everybody, and welcome back to SparkofVintage. Today is day 23 of our Crafty Christmas Countdown. We're so excited that you've been with us this whole series. If you haven't, feel free to revisit the playlist on YouTube, and you can catch all of the different videos that we've had across the month of December as we've been revisiting and kind of reacquainting ourselves with some of the items in our craft room that may have gotten forgotten. So today I am dressed all in black as a tribute, I guess, to our distress texture paste in black today. So it seems like opaque black texture paste 2 days before Christmas is kind of dramatic, but I really do think it could make some beautiful, dramatic results. I happen to love black and white Christmas decorations, or that little touch of like sophistication and noir that comes with some of the Christmas decorating with the blacks and the bold reds. So let's see what we come up with. We'll run them through our stencils. We'll do a little texturizing with it and see what we can make here with just a couple of days to go before the man with the bag shows up down our chimneys. Sounds exciting. Let's get started. I opened this container of texture paste for this video, and I was a little surprised by the consistency of it. It's a little thicker than some of the other texture pastes that we've seen, and it almost felt like I was spreading peanut butter when putting it through the stencils. So I decided to experiment with a couple of our wood ornaments, trying a couple of different stencil styles to see how they would look against an iridescent paint as well as a very vibrant red paint from Fusion Mineral Paint. In some ways, that consistency is a little bit easier to work with detailed stencils because it really does grab because of the thickness. However, I think the cleanup when you take it out of the stencil is a little more difficult on these uneven surfaces. But overall, I was really impressed with the impact that the black opaque made against these beautiful pink colors. Next, I wanted to experiment with this opaque paste against glitter cardstock. Now, glitter cardstock can be a little more difficult at times because of the roughness. It almost has a sandpaper texture to it. So our grit pastes don't always stick to glitter paper. So I thought this would be a good experiment considering this one has a little more heavy bodiness to it. And it seems to be holding on very well to the glitter paper. So when we tried scrapbook paper, which is a very thin sheet of paper, I was happy to see that it worked well here as well. Probably because of the extra thickness, it doesn't have as much moisture in it as we see in other texture pastes, so it didn't oversaturate or warp the paper. We're going to continue using the scrapbook paper. I just cut the bottom half off of the pieces that we had already used the texture paste on. And this time I wanted to experiment with glitter to see if that heavy body opaque texture paste would actually hold on to glitter or if it was too dense to grab it. And I was pleasantly surprised to find that it really held that glitter very, very well. And we'll see in a moment after it dried, that glitter still stayed in place. So a success there as well. And as you know, in mixed media, nothing goes to waste. So while we don't want to wait a long time before we wash our stencils with the texture paste on them, I recommend doing it as quick as possible. I did have a page of heavy body cardstock for mixed media that can take a lot of moisture and absorbency. Had it on hand and just pulled it over pretty quickly along with a damp baby wipe and decided to wipe down my stencil and kind of move all of that texture paste that was still on there back into the stencil to see if I could get like a second lifting. So overall, I think a really successful project with the black opaque texture paste. I do love that we can still use it for seasonal holiday making, and it can still keep its elegance and maybe add another layer of dimension to our projects. Well, that is all for today for our Crafty Christmas Countdown. And I hope I will see you tomorrow for Christmas Eve and day 24. Have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.